This is Grandpa Gamer here again, doing another little video about venting. Want to vent something that's really serious and it could be a major issue here. I'm sitting outside my building. I'm in my wheelchair, not the motorized, just the push wheelchair. I'm outside the building, up top to where the ramp is, where you go outside the building. And I'm positioned in a way where I'm sitting against the wall and positioned where if anybody comes into the building with a motorized wheelchair or a regular push wheelchair or a shopping cart with wheels that has for the groceries, those little carts with the wheels or anything, okay, even large walkers, when they have walkers with the four wheels, they can easily get by me. There's about 12-inch on each side, and there's been about 25 people in the past couple weeks that got by me very easily. Well, last night about 9 o'clock at night, one lady comes up the walkway and she gets out fine, but then she comes back from the grocery store, I guess, in her motorized wheelchair, and she demands that I move. And here's what she's demanding. She's demanding that I move all the way over here to this wall over here against that wall. And even though when I'm sitting here, I'm not in her way, and she did move by me and get back into the building and have 12 inches on each side of her, she's just to get on the building. And she wasn't saying anything right then, but when she came back, she was not in the motorized wheelchair. She was walking on her feet, walking fine. And she demanded that I move this wheelchair all the way to the end where the wall is, and I stay there. Because I'm blocking people's way, and I'm not blocking people's way. And she was very adamant about it, and she was yelling and screaming, and told me that I would do what she said. So I told her a phrase that I always tell people, and don't think I'm being a racist, because I was married to a black lady, and she is my best friend. But this nasty lady that was conversing with me and screaming at me was one of the people I think that Barack Obama owns, because he was president, they now own America. And she was going to try to force me that when she tells me to speak, I'm going to say woof woof. And I told her right to her face, I refuse to say woof woof when somebody tells me to speak. And she threatened to beat the hell out of me. So finally she got in the car that drove up and left, so that's in it right now, but I'm not moving. I can move out of the way, but then move right back. Everybody has space to get through. Nobody's going to be telling me what to do. And when somebody tells me to speak, they'll never force me to say woof woof. So let's see what happens with this, because I'm not going to make a big stink about it, but when somebody tells me to do something like that, I'm not going to move. I'm not going to move. I'll move out of the way if it's a tight squeeze. But then I'm going to move right back. And nobody's going to force me to go all the way up to the end where this wall is way over here and stay over there. Because I can't, because if I get over that way in this wheelchair, it's a slope down, and I'll slope down. There's no brakes on this thing, hand brakes, and I'll hit my head against the wall. And then I can't get back up. So good luck on somebody trying to tell me what to do and expecting me that I'm going to do what they say, because that's not going to happen. And I'm sorry, but this is happening a lot. It seems like every time somebody that's of a certain type of heritage, when they tell me to speak, they expect me to say woof woof. Just because Barack Obama became president, and now they think this is their country, and they own it, and they don't. Obama was kicked out of the White House by Donald Trump, and Trump made this country back to being all America. That's all I have to say. And once again, I'm not being a racist. I was married to a black lady. Her name was Nui Nutt. She was about 50 pounds overweight, but she was the goddess of all goddesses, and I loved her very dearly forever. But then she had health issues, and she passed away about 7 years after we got married. And she was the love of my life. So once again, good luck on somebody trying to force me to move, because I'm not going to do it. Like I said, I'll just move out of the way so they can, if they want to get by, if it's a tight squeeze, if they got big giant packages or whatever, but then I'm going right back here to where I am, because I can sit outside and get fresh air. And nobody has the right to tell me that I'm going to have to stay inside my building and not come out of the building. Or if I do come out, to take myself down that slope that goes all the way down to the corner, and not being able to walk down that way, because I'll just have to take the wheelchair and just put my feet up in the air and go down that way and just get hit by a car when it runs in the street, because I can't control this wheelchair down the slope. I'm using my feet. I can't control it down the slope. So that's all I got to say. It's just something I had to go that really pissed me off, because because this lady, like I said, she threatened to beat the hell out of me the next time she sees me if I don't move. Well, that's not going to happen, because if it does, okay, she's going to go to jail. Well, I'll make a citizen's arrest. People got to know that Grandpa Gamer used to be Leo on the reserves. I know what the laws are. I get assaulted. I've got a red body camera that I'm going to start wearing. I got proof that I was assaulted. That's a citizen's arrest and a felony charge. Assault with intent to commit bodily injury. This is Grandpa Gamer signing off.